Hello and welcome to the Hobby Corner. My name's Kev, and in this episode I want you to have a discussion about how we can really speed up the process of bringing that beautiful Grimdark that we love so much from 40k onto our minis, and in the best time saving way possible. So please stay tuned to find out more. So before we get started, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and make sure you click the bell icon next to it so you can make sure you don't miss a single thing. Also, let me know in the comments below what you think at the end of the video about this process, how you do it better, if there's any other tips and hints you got going, because this is very much new to me. I've only done 2 minis in this style, the first one of which was a really nice night quester from the Stormcast, which actually got featured on the Warhammer TV thing. Yes, I know I'm dropping that. So that was pretty actually cool for me, because doing Grimdark first time, and it's on the Age of Sigmar mini, and it gets featured on Warhammer TV. I think, you know, that's pretty cool. But we want to talk about this little chap here. So let's dive right in, shall we? So I wanted to try and experiment with getting that Grimdark thing done as quickly as possible. And when I was painting up the Stormcast mini, you know, I was painting it up with all the layering, all the shading and everything, and I was really putting a lot of attention into the details and everything, and it took me a couple of nights to get that achieved. And then I ended up dumping tons of this streaking grime all over it, mucking it all up, making it look weathered, adding the rust effects, the verdigris, battle damage, chipping and everything like that, getting everything mucked up and weathered. And I thought, there's got to be a quicker way to do this. What if I wanted to do a whole unit or a whole army with this? It's going to take me forever. I mean, you got to wait most of the evening, if not overnight, for the varnish to dry, just so that you can then add the streaking grime on top of your paintwork without it getting all rubbed off when you start hitting it with the white spirit. So I thought, what if you skip all those steps and just keep it simple? So what I did was I got all the base colours blocked in, the blues, the golds, the lead belcher, the black. I did the little Mechanicus standard grey highlight on the black areas, and I did do a very selected sort of light reflecting highlight on the blue areas as well. Didn't so much do, like, you know, the normal typical heavy metal style edge highlighting. I just blobbed the areas which I thought would reflect the most light, but that was only with one highlight color. And of course the skin was the only thing I really put more attention into. So that was Bugman's Glow, Cadian Flesh, and then I picked out the eyes as well. And that was it. I just made sure that all the details were blocked in with the chosen colors. And then I went to town. So of course I had to seal it, so I used a Storm Shield sealant, which is like the old Purity seal varnish stuff, and left that overnight to dry. And then I dipped it in tons of the streaking grime and then started getting to work. So of course the first areas to rub away was like the face and the eyes, because I didn't want to obviously have the eyes just blotted out with streaking grime. So of course cleared all that out. Some of the details more on the highlight areas as well, and the more prominent areas which I wanted to show brighter, to sort of act as a highlight in itself. And then of course as the streaking grime starts to set, it gets a bit tougher to remove with the white spirit, which means you get more of that residue left behind. And of course, because I was working from the areas I wanted to be brightest, down to the areas I wanted to be darker and more shaded, by the time I got to those shaded areas and I tried to rub some off, not a lot came off, which left plenty of that beautiful pigment in the recesses, and it did the shading for me. So in a way, I kind of managed to circumvent having to do the layering, the shading, and the edge highlighting, or well, not edge highlighting, but just any kind of highlighting really, after the very basic bit that I did on the blue. And then of course, once I had finished with that, I then went to town with the Rise of Rust, which I watered down, applied on all the silver areas that I wanted to rust up. Did the same with the Lilac Oxide, watered it down, applied it to all the gold areas that I wanted to show verdigris, and then started stippling Abaddon Black and Lead Belcher everywhere where I wanted battle damage, all over the rust areas as well, all over the armor plates and everything. And then, you know, started dry brushing the same color that I had painted the base with all over the cloak and the bottom of the boots and everything, so it really gave it that weathered look. And then of course, finally, I went absolutely mad with Blood for the Blood God, because boy do I love that stuff. Did mix a little bit of Abaddon Black into it, just to darken it a little bit, just so it gives it that more sort of congealed look. And job done. A bit of burnt grass tuft, a little bit of regular tuft, and then that was it. It was a lot faster. I could do that in 2 nights, right? So that's blocking in the colors, letting the varnish seal, and then the next day doing the streak and grime, the rust effects and everything. 2 nights to do a character model, and it came out just as good, if not better, than the Stormcast one. I mean, you know, the Stormcast one had a fancier base, but yeah, it looked awesome. So I was thinking that is definitely the way I want to do future projects if I want to, you know, do like whole units, maybe even an army like that. I most definitely want to, when I get around to doing the Silver Templars, do that. That's an amazing way to do it. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. But anyway, before we go, we've of course got this amazing feature which I haven't done in a little while, but I really wanted to bring it back. It is our community focus, and in this one I wanted to see what you lot have done, and I wanted to see your version of the Grimdark look. So let's have a look. And there you go, some amazing examples of what you can achieve, and it's so much inspiration as well. So I hope you all take something away from this video. So as always, if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and make sure you hit that like button if you think it's worth the like. Share it as well to whoever you want. Tons of Facebook groups in the description below. The best one by far is the Chilling Wargamers Network, of which I am a proud member of, so go check them out. Also got all my social media links down there as well, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, so you can keep up to date on what I'm doing. And then of course there are ways of supporting the channel, whether you want to buy me a coffee, do a straight donation through Streamlabs, or if you want to get yourself some hobby supplies or pre-order something at a good discount, then hit that link to Element Games, and then yeah, get whatever you want. Great savings there, it doesn't cost you anything extra, and I get a little kickback. And if you enter that code, which is just above the link, get yourself double loyalty points, which is basically equivalent to free money. And of course, if you want more Mortal Realms issues, there'll be a link to Forbidden Planet as well, so pre-order yours there. because we have up to issue 69 at the moment, but I'm sure they're going to add more issues very soon, so keep an eye on that as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm off to get a haircut from this lockdown hair, as you can see. Oh, it's terrible, right? Alright, so yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.